You are now rocking with the BRI. You are now rocking with the BRI. Black people, we dope. Black people, we dope. Black people, we dope. Black people, we dope. Check it, you now rocking with the BRI, the illest platform. Let me clarify, the Black Research Institute to be exact. Where the melanin is popping and we proud to be black. Yeah, bringing up the culture, making it way for black voices to be heard every single day. Giving information that most wouldn't even. Giving inspiration, give you something to believe in. Believe in. Talk about dope black people just achieving. Talk about how far we come and have to go. So tune in to BRI so that you know. Black lawyers, doctors, businessmen, and women. Black success, you listening? Yeah, making a change, taking the stand, bringing awareness to those who don't understand. Black people, we dope. Black people, we dope. Black people, we dope. Black people, we dope. You are now rocking with the BRI. You are now rocking with the BRI.
Yeah, you are now rocking with the BRI. I am Negus Dashiki Dini, and you are now tuned into the BRI. It's been a minute. We haven't been doing any broadcasts, but we back now, and we back with another DJ Versus. And this DJ Versus, to me, is a battle of two icons who developed a style or a way of entertaining in their own lane, man. Two phenomenal females. I'm not going to talk about them. I'm going to let my guests talk about them and let them battle it out. But like I got a little delay here, man. But anyway, so look, when we come back from this brief commercial break, we're gonna come back and we're gonna introduce the players to the DJ Versus, man. So stay tuned and rock out with us.
What's good, everybody? It's your girl Masterpiece, and you can follow me on Facebook. No, that sounded weird. What's good, everybody? I am Masterpiece, and you can follow me on Facebook or Instagram, Masterpiece Poet. But right now, you're tuned in to the BRI, Black Research Institute, with niggas. Niggas? How you want to say niggas? Is it niggas? What's good, everybody? It's your girl Masterpiece, and you can follow me on Facebook or Instagram. That's Masterpiece Poet. But right now, you are tuned in to the BRI, Black Research Institute, with Negus Denoris Wilson. Tune in.
What up? This Chef Jaron Weber from the What It Do food truck. You on live on the BRI right now with the niggas, Denoris Wilson. And when you get a chance, come on by the What It Do food truck. And I promise you, we gonna grab your taste buds and we not gonna let go. Hey.
All right, so we're back with another DJ Versus. And tonight, man, like I said, we're gonna bring the players. Oh man, come on. That's my boy. I'm doing the playback. But so listen, man, this DJ Versus, like I said, is between two icons who came up with a way, not came up with a way, but developed a sound of their own and created their own lane. And millions of people love both of them. So like I said, I'm not gonna talk about him, so I'm gonna introduce the players. First up is a brother. I always said grew up beside me since he was yay big. You know what I mean? And he is a brother. Hey, let's introduce DJ Taz Infy.
Yo,
What's
salute.
up,
How's it going, man?
I'm doing good, man. I'm in the middle of transitioning studio, so you ain't gonna get no applause tonight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can dig it. It's how I'm playing. I hear the applause in my head. I feel the applause.
I know that's right. Right. So how you been, bro?
I'm good, man. All is well, man. All is well. I got lights this time. I got the lights going on.
I see you. I mean, you know, it is what it is. As long as you here, we good,
Amen.
right?
Yeah, man.
Hey. So with this Versus, who you got, bro?
Mary. I got the original queen.
Oh, the original queen.
The original queen. Well, I won't say the original. I get that to Aretha, but the verses that she's going against, I have the original queen.
Okay. All right. So speaking of queens, let's bring the queen of the night on. You know what I'm saying? So let's bring in Miss Luna Love. What's up, Luna?
Real love. I'm searching for ego. You gotta be ego. Oh, y'all not gonna get me to play sides.
Hey, I was gonna say way to be politically correct. Hey, she came in with the real love. I was about to say, you see who she is? Then she threw it on like, oh, okay.
What's up? Thank you for having me.
How you been?
I've been wonderful, so amazing, booked and busy, but excited about this battle on Thursday night, man. Everybody gonna have some good food in their stomach. They're gonna be ready to vibe and chill and turn up. So I'm excited to bring the energy to the party, man.
Okay. So check this out. Like I said, it's two icons this time, right? It's two icons, two real legitimate icons, like no lie, like
Absolutely.
they got millions of people that love them for who they are and what they bring to the table, man. So I'm not gonna put you on the spot. But I am gonna put you in a pickle.
Okay,
right?
What you got?
Right. All right. So you at a club, and you and your girls, y'all want to dance. You know, you want to dance. You want to move. You want to groove. You just want to move your body. You want to, out of the two, who you want to hear?
I would have to go with I would trade my life just fine.
Oh!
I would have to go with Mary, only because Mary has a type of vibe and energy that you can find situational. And so it's more so like carefree, worry-free. I feel like Beyonce kind of just evolved into that. But Mary kind of has always held that, like that whole freedom of expression of yourself, even through your ups and your downs. You know, life is gonna life, but Mary, like, listen, we're gonna come out the end of this thing, JoJo and all, KC and all, we gonna come out the end of this. So I definitely would say I would go to Mary. However, Beyonce got some bangers. Like
I mean, like me, I thought for sure you would say something like all the single ladies. Something.
I'm be honest, I hate that song.
Oh man.
Maybe I'm biased because I host weddings, and that is the go-to song to throw the bouquet. And so I probably have heard that song 8,000,000 times, and it doesn't excite me at all.
Really?
Okay. I you know what though, we can't go too long without bringing on the captain of the ship. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So, you know, and the thing is, I was trying to help make sure that he got closer because we all know his situation, right? So I was trying to make sure he got a little bit closer. But we're gonna bring on the captain of the ship, you know, the man that's brought us DJ Versus, DJ Tony Cutlass.
Yo, what's up, everybody?
What's up, T? As I was telling Taz, and I didn't get to tell Luna, I'm in the middle of changing around in the studio, doing a little thing. So the applause button got mishandled somewhere, you know.
Okay, all right.
That's all right. We'll clap for you, Tony.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, so I know you was in the back, T, and you was first of all, how you doing, brother?
Hey, I'm great, man. I'm excited. Once again, we had a nice break, I would say, from the last verses up until now. And I think that definitely for me, but I think I can speak for Taz too, you know. We made it fun. We made the verses that was really close because we had about 3 of them that were about 3 weeks apart. But we made it through. We gave it our all. And the people, you know, we had a great time with the people. And so from Jodeci New Edition till now,
we had a good long gap to, you know, rest up and everything. And so now it's feeling like a kid at Christmas again, yo. Thursday ain't gonna get her passing up, man.
Yeah, perfect verses to come back to.
Hey, but you know what? Speaking of that though, right? Like, what makes this even more memorable, right? Is that y'all doing it on the busiest party night of the year.
Yeah,
like
100%.
busiest party night.
And that's why we had to make it a monumental versus. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just do your average, you know, just throw two together on a night like that. Like, there had to be something special, and I feel like this was a home run with these two right here.
Yeah,
indeed. I concur.
But DJ Tony Cutlass, man. So I know you heard us talking back, you know, when you was waiting on it. I know you heard us talking, and I asked Luna a question, man, and she said that if she was at the club and she wanted to dance, she going with My Life with Mary. How you feel about that, right? Like, how do you feel about that?
I mean, I think she's one of many, you know, but it's a whole lot of women, you know, who wouldn't mind hearing it Before I Let Go. Or
hey, and the band have probably got a chartered bus already set. You know what I mean? Like, you know how to be the Beehive do. They gonna come in a bus. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be a problem.
Not only that, that was just one song. Listen, if you're gonna get me up to dance, that's one song.
Right.
But you're gonna keep me on the floor. That might give me a Beyonce hit on that one. Like, Mary may not keep me on the floor. Beyonce may keep me on the floor though.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? No, it's sort of like I don't know. But it's sort of like, yo, to me, it's sort of like Kung Fu. It's just a difference of styles, right? Like, it's just different styles, right? And like, because sometimes you're in the mood for Hennessy, and sometimes you're in the mood for, you know, something different. You know what I mean?
Right. It's also a difference of generations. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just I think the style of music is also dependent on their age differences as well too. Like, Mary is, you know, she's coming from 80s, 90s type of vibe and type feel, and then you got Beyonce, which is new gen. I definitely feel like they have two different styles, but they also are coming from two different directions from a generational standpoint.
Not only generational, but like, let's look at like family and upbringing and environment, and you know, and you know, Mary J. Blige walking the streets of Yonkers versus Beyonce being driven around in Houston. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
I don't know though. I don't know, because when I tell you something, you listen. You can take the girl out the ratchet, but you can't take the ratchet out the girl. And both of them are clatchet individuals, which I like to call classy ratchet.
Yeah,
so they both. Beyonce said she had hot sauce in her bag.
Right.
Like, you know, I still feel like regardless of the situation, depending on which DJ gonna pull what out the bag, is what we're gonna get. And I feel like, listen, Tony and Taz, they gonna eat the people up because they gonna give them what they want.
I kind of look at Beyonce and Mary J as like, you remember that movie in Cadillac Records? You remember that movie Cadillac Records?
One of my favorites.
Right. So the character that Beyonce playing, to me in real life, is Mary J. Blige. Right. Like, that's just how I look at it. The character that she playing. Yeah, it's Mary J. Blige. Whereas the other movie, like I look at Beyonce as like another Whitney, right? Like, you got this persona, but behind closed doors, it's totally something else, right? It's totally something else. So,
I can see that. That's a good reference.
You know what I mean? But they both to me. And you know, as a man, right? Like as a man, you don't want nobody to know that you riding around in the car talking about where they at in my head.
Hey,
Like, what?
I need a soldier.
Hey,
Exactly.
but as a man, there is no shame in riding around. And what's the 411?
And with Mary, there's no shame in
I
singing
bump
Mary
it. I
song.
bump it. Yeah,
Right, right.
yeah. No shame.
There's
In
no,
That's very true.
no shame.
That's very true.
And I don't even know how that is.
I don't have any shame. Nah, I beg to differ. My approach to
Tony,
music, like, nah, I bump Beyonce. Yeah, I bump Beyonce.
do you sing?
That don't make
Do you
me,
sing
like,
Beyonce? Do you sing
I don't
Beyonce?
sing Mary. I can't sing
no, I
either
sing-
one.
I sing Mary. I sing
I
Mary.
sing Mary.
I sing
I'm
Mary.
saying range wise. Yeah, I mean,
I'm
but listen,
searching
hold on for a minute.
for.
Like you singing that. I mean, but you might even sing something that ain't even like a club banger or beyond to the left, like you, because it's just a catchy melody. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I mean, I'm just using it as an example because
Right,
she got
right.
so many songs like to pull from. That's just one I just pulled from. You know, when you listen to music and you catch melodies, sometimes you might be humming the song that you had no intention of even humming. I mean, you know, sometimes you hum songs that you don't even like, the song that get on your nerves. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's, yeah, like, nah, man, Beyonce, I have no shame in listening to her music because it's just that great. Yeah, her music, great.
I don't
say,
think.
I sing
Go ahead,
before I
Chad.
let go, but that's because Maze doesn't have me singing it the past 30 years. You know what I mean? But that's about all I give her. But that's not taken away from her. Like, she's great for the ladies. I ain't saying she's not good for the fellas, but she's great for the ladies. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure.
And that's what's keeping her afloat. I think their fan bases is totally different.
Yeah.
Totally different fan base. And so I think what's going to be interested is the crowd dynamic at this versus, because we're gonna have the Beehive, the Bayhive, and then we're gonna have, you know what I'm saying, like the Mary J.
The old school
Mary J.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
she got a new album that's super dope.
Yes.
She has a new album that came out this year that is crazy.
You talking about Hello Gorgeous?
Yeah. But her old catalog goes so hard, I didn't even think to pull none of the new ones out for my 20. And that's not even a knock to her new one, because I think her new one is in like her top 3 of her albums. Like, people really, if they haven't listened to it, they're sleeping on it. That album is like really like that, but she just got too much to where it's just got to sit on the bench. I can't rock with it.
I will say this, Tony. Tony got that international bag with Beyonce, though. Like, he got the international bag. Like, Beyonce is reaching culture. Like, she is going worldwide. So when she dropped her album this year, like, the type of freedom and all the culture and producing that went into that, I definitely think when some of them hits drop, like, it's gonna be a whole Freedom Fest 2022 in that mug.
Okay, let me give a little pushback on that. I got to. That's the same way as when we did the Mike Prince, and he was like, Mike is known in Brazil, and he naming all of the places that he listened to.
Oh my God!
We're talking about Legacy Event Center. So as worldwide as she is, and how international she is, we're at Legacy Event Center.
Hey, you never know who might pull up.
Now, it is Thanksgiving, so we might have had a couple people from Bangladesh fly down or something like that.
Might.
So, who knows? It's yet to be seen.
You're gonna have some people from Ebenezer and Northwoods and Myrtle School.
That's Mary.
You know what I'm saying? Not all of them. Not all of them. You know that. Why would you say that? Not all of them. Don't do that.
Hey, cause me and my EB brothers come up.
Bros, you ready? You ready now?
Ready now for what?
Huh?
You say what?
I said we gonna get our chance to trade blows, but you ready now?
Oh, that ain't a blow. I don't think that's a blow. I think
Nah. So that's what I want to tell you. I'm gonna change up the format tonight, right? It ain't no use in like having you and Tony up here by yourself, because then it's just your opinion and Tony's opinion. We gonna bring in a third party who's already here. She already here. She already here. She already here. And you know, it's sort of like, okay, Chad got his point. Tony got his point. My point is irrelevant, and Aluna got her point. So the first point I want to make is, who do you think is more widely known?
Beyonce.
Okay, is it warranted? Is it warranted?
Oh yeah. No,
Oh yeah,
look.
absolutely.
Oh yeah, 100%. Beyonce is like that. I actually get upset with people who try to slander her, or be like, well, she can't sing, or be like, well, she's just an entertainer. Like, those things bother me.
Oh no, they don't say that. They say that about.
Oh no,
Mary.
I've heard plenty.
They don't say that about Beyonce.
Oh, I've heard plenty. You got it. If you look on comments, she gets like LeBron James hate. Like, sometimes when you get a certain status, everybody want to throw rocks at the throne. You know what I mean? Everybody want to find the Achilles heel in you to try to bring you down, or whatever, the higher you get. So I hear a lot of negative talk about Beyonce, and it bothers me, because I'm like, I think she is the full package. You know what I'm saying? Like, she does make good music. She can sing. She is an entertainer. So
yeah.
So that brings me to the next question. Who's the better singer?
I'm gonna go with Beyonce on this one. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Beyonce, only because for me, like you said, Denora, she made a great point when you said that, when you reference Etta James to Mary J. It's raw, it's unfiltered, it's color purple coming down the dirt road. You know what I'm saying? Like, God is trying to tell you something.
Right.
You know, she has that vibe. But as far as musically inclined, and someone who has literally, I feel like, grown her talent, like, she to me, I can tell she's been educated, and she's continued being educated in the dynamics of her voice. I would definitely have to go with Beyonce, because she sounds totally different from what she did when she first came out.
Right. Tony, who you think is the better singer?
Man, you
don't look at me like that.
I mean, hands down, Beyonce. You know, it's obvious. Like, Beyonce can sing with like little to no instruments around her. You know what I'm saying? Mary got to have that beat. She got mad voice. It takes away from the fact that she's not that good of a singer. So, and to her credit, to not be able to sing well and still be who she is, that's an accomplishment.
I mean, she Draymond Green.
Who is?
Yeah.
Mary J Blige, Draymond Green. They take what they got and make the most out of it.
Yeah, and I definitely feel like Mary J was around the right type of people at the right time, and she got that opportunity. And she wasn't afraid. But here's one thing I respect about Mary and her voice: she never changed it.
Right.
She never felt the need to be like, my voice isn't good enough, or I should sound like this, or I should sound like that. She's always sounded like Mary. If she ain't auto-tuned herself, she ain't trying to make herself, you know what I'm saying, into a hip hop person. Nah, she just been Mary, and I appreciate her for that.
I mean, to me, she just created her own lane. Her and Puffy created a lane for her that has worked since she started. Like, that lane, every album she gonna have, probably, if not the hottest, the next hottest MC featuring on every album. She's gonna do that every album. Her albums, her songs are gonna talk about real life events.
Her tracks are going to be the craziest tracks that you can find.
Exactly. Whereas on the other side, Beyonce, she gonna talk about real life events, but the color of it is lighter. It's a lighter color. You know what I mean? Like it's a lighter color.
Depressed. Because she ain't depressed. Because she's thinking from a place of like where she's not wounded by bad relationships. And I mean,
yeah, agreed, Tony.
I'm not saying that to make light of Mary's experience. Mary was just transparent enough to put her life into her music. Her second album was called My Life. So that let us know right then and there, moving forward, that she gonna be transparent. Beyonce, on the flip side of that, even if she sings those kind of songs, like again, to the left, that's a breakup song. You see what I'm saying? But it's just not gonna have, it's Mary J. Blige breakups make you feel bad for her.
Yeah,
you know
agreed.
what I'm saying? Yeah, and so yeah, you're right. I agree with you on the Beyonce on the lighter side of the game, but you know, and I
which
think
is why you have that's why you have the age gap in the type of fans, because the older generation literally, and I'm not gonna say older, I'm gonna say people who grew up listening to Mary, women wise, like they drag shit out. Like it is always the other person's fault. Beyonce is hitting with new millennial shit, and she like, listen, get out your feelings. F that dude. We moving on. Know who you are. Know your worth. Let's go. And so I believe because that trend is switching, that's why you have more B fans, because they're like, all right, I ain't holding on to this. I ain't about to be, like you said, depressed. I ain't gonna drag this thing out. I know who I am. And Beyonce speaks to knowing who you are.
And that switch though, you can see that switch in mentality in the lyrics that females sing now.
Yes.
Right? The lyrics that they say now are nowhere near the Mary J. Blige of the 80 type lyrics. Like the woman is telling you, give me that D.
Lover and your secretary working there. You be like, he cheated on you and did all of that, and you still was doing it. Meanwhile,
I'm not gonna cry.
I'm not gonna cry. I'm
ain't gonna shed no tear.
You cried the whole song.
Right. But the thing is, it's just like you said, though, Luna, and you too, Tony. Beyonce may not be depressed, but I think all good music comes from emotion, right? Whether it be a depression or whether you happy, whatever it is, if it's good, it came from emotion. It didn't just come from something stale. Like, oh, I'm gonna write a song about being happy, and you ain't happy, right? Or right. So, like Beyonce uses I mean, Mary J. Blige uses her life and the emotions that the things that she goes through to actually write it and sing about it, right? And I'm sure Beyonce does the same things, right? Like I'm sure when she does write songs, it's something that maybe she experienced or she went through, but her emotion and experiencing that may be totally different from a Mary J. Blige emotion because of, like you said, the different upbringing, the environment, the people that they got around them.
Well, and it's the consistency of emotion. Like,
right.
I love Mary because she consistently depressed.
I love depressed.
I love it. Like,
I love depressed Mary.
Consistently that way, sister. Like, yes. Like, I get it. Be consistent.
No, she ain't. No, she ain't consistently. Like, she come on.
Oh
like,
no,
but you know,
her beginning, her probably her first 3 albums were depressed albums, and they were her best. When she started trying to come out of that funk, that's when you kind of she kind of lost that flair. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, she need to find her a man, and he need to cheat on her right quick before this
to get a hit.
You know
yes, as soon as that dude left her, she got a
come
hit.
back hard. Yeah.
I'm telling you, we ain't playing, Dolores. We know.
Yeah, her voice is based on depression. Like she's not. You know what I'm
God,
saying?
oh
Yeah,
my.
she's not really the greatest singer in the world, but
God, oh my.
she sings with conviction. You know what I
But
mean?
Etta was the same way. Her
Oh,
voice
well,
was
yeah,
based
yeah,
on depression.
yeah.
She sung from a hurtful place, and I feel like Mary J Blige is a representative of people who are in that space. But Beyonce brings a different energy to that same emotion.
Right, because y'all was just talking. You know, I was sitting watching y'all clown, Not Gonna Cry. But you gotta imagine how many people sing along with that song.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a relatable place. Even you know what I mean. You may, when you're in a happy place, you like, man, she was a secretary and working every day of the week. But it's like it's relatable. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And like, you know, when she was like, all I really want is to be happy, right? Like, that's something that you can sing to, and who don't want to be happy?
All right, but that was, hey, look, that was Depressed Mary. She wasn't singing "I'm happy." She's singing "I want to be."
Right.
That's all I want to be is happy. She didn't say she was happy. You understand what I'm saying? That was still a Depressed Mary song.
And you know, and the way, like the way Mary didn't keep no man. Beyonce about keeping a man. Beyonce be like, hold up, they don't love you like I love you. Slow down, they don't love you like I love you. Like she literally, she has a way of understanding that she needs a man, but also educating on how to keep one, which is why I feel like as much as men can't stand the Bayhive, they got a respect for it because she's been in a marriage with her and Jay and been dealing with that relationship for a while now. So there's a huge respect for that fan base because she like, hey, listen, not only am I a boss, not only am I a singer, not only am I an entertainer, but I'm married to someone who lets me be me. And I think that's a huge, you know what I'm saying, a huge plug. Plus, along with that, they musical empires. Like, what else can you do with that?
Right.
I mean, they Casey and Joe, Casey and Mary J Blige who succeeded. They succeeded.
They the ICONZ that could. The Casey and JoJo that kept going.
They kept going, right? They kept going because, you know what? Those type of relationships are hard to maintain because neither one of them have to be there.
Exactly.
Jay ain't got to be there, and Beyonce definitely ain't got to be there. You know what I mean? She ain't got to be there. So the fact that they together, meaning that they both want to still be there.
Heck yeah, that's Empire Goals, man. Listen, if I could get, I'm gonna shut up. That's what I'm
so DJ Tony Cutlass, I'm not gonna ask you your songs. I'm just gonna ask you, out of the 20 rounds, how many rounds you winning, brother?
Man, if we we about to end it or something?
No, like, we're not in.
Yeah. When it comes to Beyonce and Mary J, man, I honestly think it's gonna be about maybe 13-7, 14-6 Beyonce.
Okay.
Easy money.
You know what, Tony? Like, I envy you and Taz, man, because like both of these ladies have a tremendous amount of music. Right? It's a tremendous amount of music. So it ain't just y'all picking the music. It's y'all picking the music that's going to sway the audience in your favor. Right? Like, and as DJs, that's what y'all supposed to be doing, right? Like, entertaining people. But when you got so many songs to choose from, right? It's like taking a kid into Toys R Us and say you can have one toy.
Right.
That's hard. That's hard.
Yeah.
So I envy y'all. So
I'm gonna have to do a disclaimer. I'm gonna have to do a disclaimer and let people know, like, before this, I'm telling you in advance, I may not play your song. Like,
Mm.
you know what I mean? When it's over, it's going to be people like, man, you should have played this or you should have played that. But it's so many. I promise you, I'm not going to get them all. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to be biased on some songs because I'm a true Mary fan. There's some I'm going to be selfish. 2 or 3 of them, hey, these for me. Like, I hope y'all like them, but this song right here for me. You know what I'm saying? This is a Mary song that I love, and I got to put in this 20 right here. So, yeah, it's just so many. I know I'm not going to be able to please all the Mary fans.
Is one of them songs that you go play? Is one of them one where she said it's your child and it really messed me up?
Hey, I should. That's actually kind of hit home a little bit back in the day. You know what I mean?
Oh, hell. Yeah. Hey, that was just a random question.
Yeah. But
that was so random.
But that's funny. I did get an inbox from somebody that was like, "Am I putting that in there?" And I told them I like it, but no.
Hey, I'm gonna ask y'all both a question. This applies to both of you. When you choosing these songs, how do you choose just 20? Like, what are your criteria for that particular song to make the 20?
That's a great question.
Me first?
Yeah, you go first.
Right. Oh, nah, this is the thing. You know what I'm saying? I got 47 songs cocked and loaded. You know what I'm saying? So the truth of the matter is, me as a DJ, you know, I don't create just outside of verses. I don't really create like a set playlist. I got the songs before me, but I don't have it like I'm gonna play this first and that and that and that and that and that. So the reason I got those 47 is because those are going to be, you know, based off of what he played to a certain degree, and just having those songs before me, because I know I'm only gonna play 20 out of the 47. He probably may have more than 47, just considering her body of work. But for me, when I choose the song, you know, to answer the question, it's so much to choose from. When you're going through the album, it's like, that's a banger, that's a banger, that's a slow banger, that's an international banger. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just so much to choose from. So I have to compile the best, in my opinion, of her body of work. The 20 that gets played is purely off of the moment.
Okay. Taz, you?
I do mine different, but I get to the same effect though. But I put together a playlist. I put together a 20 song playlist. Then I put together 20 audibles. The audibles are because I also put together a Beyonce playlist. So I have if he play this Beyonce, I got this. If you know, so I had a back and forth to go. But I don't know what his 20 are. So that's straight off of assumptions. So when he plays something that I'm like, man, I didn't think about that, then I may have to go to one of my audibles. Then I might have to call an audible. You know what I mean? But if everything goes in line with how I have it laid out, I got to set 1 through 20 on deck. But if it doesn't, I have a 1 through 20 alternative side that, okay, maybe this crowd right here, I didn't think I could get away with it, but I think this song right here will work with this crowd right here. So every now and then I might throw off and freestyle it. So that's how I do mine.
Yeah, I mean, both of y'all, it's sort of the same thing. Y'all both
Though
got.
I say it's still kind of to the same effect.
It's sort of like when I used to rap, right? And I say a rap, and I wait for somebody to say their rap, and then based on, you know, the crowd and what he said, I may pull up something that I had already, you know, I already got in the chamber,
right.
But I wasn't planning on saying it.
Right.
But it's appropriate for the moment. So I'm gonna ask y'all this. So I know it's a crazy question, but I'm interested in knowing the answer from both of y'all. So and this is just one song. So out of all the songs that you have for your particular talent, for you, Chad, Mary J, and for you, Tony, Beyonce, what's the one song that you think is gonna drive the people crazy?
I'm ready for this one. Let's go.
Mine is easy. What she came in singing.
Real love. I'm searching for.
No, that ain't mine. Just Fine.
Oh, that is right. I would just like my
Yeah.
let it
Okay.
go. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
I think that's gonna be the one.
That's gonna be the one for you, Tony. What you think yours is gonna be?
Man, I got so much heat, man, with them 47 songs. All of them are glamorous. Every last one. You know what I'm saying? So it's really kind of like, it's really kind of like I can close my eyes and just reach and pull one out. Like it don't matter. We're not talking about Rihanna or Keisha Cole. We're talking about Beyonce, man. You know what I'm saying?
Can I
Mary got that
question?
queen title because she's older. You know what I'm saying?
Can I ask this question?
No.
Before I let go.
It's too much.
Before I let go.
It's nah, man. I don't even know at what point I'm gonna even play this song. Like to tell the truth,
Did you say you don't know if you're gonna play that
song? I
song?
need before I let go. I don't feel like I need before I let go.
That's big talk, Tony.
You know what I mean? I don't.
I
don't feel like I need it. Like you need Just Fine. You need Just Fine.
Tony, you're not trying to pull up in Coachella?
Don't play it.
Black
Then.
on
You
black
need
bandanas?
Just Fine.
No.
Yeah,
I don't. No.
Hey man,
don't
there's
get,
so
don't
many
get
songs.
twisted.
It can be Formation. It can be
Like-
Partition. It could be Drunk in Love. Don't make me pull Jay-Z out there.
Like you,
Don't make me
like
go
you
and
heard,
get her
like
group.
you heard
It's
me
too
say.
much.
Like you heard me say. I got 20, but I got another 20. I don't need nothing. There's not a need for no song. That's just an honest answer. The honest answer is we're talking about what we think the crowd will respond. If I'm correct, is that what you're asking, right? What do you think the crowd is going to? Yeah, like that's a tough talk answer. What you just answered to. I'm just giving an honest answer, thinking that crowd. What do I think they will respond to? And I think it's Just Fine. I think Beyonce's Before I Let Go is going to be a big response for the crowd. Now you can be tough and not play it if you want to. That's fine.
I don't know.
That's fine. I'm just saying.
Okay, you said what's gonna get the crowd going?
Yeah.
And
I
I'm correct.
if he dropped that, I'm still in love with you. You set me free. Like
it's too much, man.
What is that?
I could play Love on Top and make the crowd react. We talk about Beyonce. Listen, when we talk about Beyonce, see, unlike Mary, when you talk about Beyonce, and it ain't just me saying it, it's been several people say it. Beyonce is the female Michael Jackson. So you're talking about one song. She got a plethora of songs. I can pull somebody out of the audience and tell them to pick the song for me. It don't matter.
So you don't think
that's what we're talking about?
Done with Mary?
Mary J.
I'm
gonna be honest though. I will say this to both Taz and Tony. What matters is when what you come back with when the other one drops something, because that energy,
that's why I asked that. That's why
If you got Just Fine and you see the crowd is bananas on that one,
it don't matter.
You gotta come back with something equal energy.
Right, but if you so prideful that you don't want to come back with that equal energy because you don't feel like you need to, it's gonna be a more of an easier night than what I thought. It's gonna be easier than what I thought.
Hey, listen. If you want to know the truth about it, this versus right here, I feel like I dropped the ball on this versus. Because what I should have let you do was take Mary J and combine her with Aretha Franklin and Shaka Khan or something. Because it's not even that close. It ain't. This right here is gonna be the equivalent. It's gonna be the female equivalent to what Jay-Z did to Lil Wayne.
Are you at your shop, Tony?
Yeah.
Because he was talking real humble in the car. He done got to the shop, done hit him something. He done took him a
I
shot
got
of
the
something
lights
once he done
on.
got to the shop. And now he
I
talking
got
that big talk.
I told
But,
y'all,
I hear you.
I told y'all what Beyonce said when I called her. She had her hand up over her head. She was looking. I said, the verses is between you and Mary J. And she said, who? I said, Mary J. And she put her hands up like she was looking. She said, ain't no competition.
Hey,
Beyonce, bro.
Hey, you know me, I'm usually all for it, and we can do this back and forth. But he don't mean nothing he's saying. I'm not even gonna entertain
The hell you
because
say?
he know good and well who Mary J. Blige.
The hell you say?
Don't play. Like I'm telling, I gave you an honest answer with the just fine. You sound like just fine is all I have. You know what I'm saying? Like
you need, but you need it.
411 and what's
Mary need it.
And
you need it.
No, I don't need none
you
of
have
it.
To you
I'm
you have to play just fine. See, that's the difference. That's the difference. Where I can afford to not be play before I let go, you have to play just fine. Ain't no way around.
You have to play before I let go. If you smart, you do. If you're smart, you have to play. You have to play before I let go. Like you don't. If you want to be
no
cocky,
way.
Like yeah. If I want to be cocky, I don't have to play just fine. I have 20 more to put into place of that one song. I don't have to play it if I want to be cocky. But if I want to be smart and know that this is the verses with their best songs, I know that that's one of her best songs. Before I Let Go is one of Beyonce's best songs. You might not want to accept that or admit it because it makes it sound like that's your dependable song, but that's one of her bangers, if not her biggest, in a long time.
Play just fine. You DJ'd
enough parties to know that. You're a DJ as well. You DJ'd enough parties to know the effect of that song the same way I've DJ'd enough parties to know the effect of Just Fine. That's just honesty. That's just honest. That's why I won't do the back and forth with you with being honest. That's just being honest. But I'm being honest. Hey, have y'all watched? Y'all, I know y'all have watched The Last Dance when Jordan. I take the Jordan approach to things. Sometimes I hear things and I take that personal.
Not the last.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And like that. And usually when Jordan say and I take that personal, he come out with a 63-point night. You know what I'm saying? Like I take what you saying personal about Mary, and I'm gonna let you keep saying it. I'm gonna let you keep saying it though.
All I know is you're gonna have a packed house full of ladies. Number one, all the single men out there, there should be absolutely no reason why you should be at home. None. Like you need to come roll on up in there because there's gonna be so many ladies that is representing these two amazing queens that are going to all be out vibing on one accord, having a good time. Y'all need to pull up. Secondly, Taz and Tony, the ladies gonna be singing and dancing all night. Either one or two. Either one or two. Either they're gonna be singing or they're gonna be dancing.
Or singing and dancing.
Yep.
Yeah, it could be a combination.
It could be. It could be, depending on how y'all rock this back and forth. I am super excited to see how everything is gonna flow because you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna make sure I do my due diligence of adding all the commentary in there so that this thing can transition smoothly. But hey, it's gonna be a woman winning Thursday, ladies. So make sure y'all are in the building.
Hey, I got two tickets. I got 4 tickets. And they are for the same night. They got Beyonce on one part of the town and Mary J. Blige on the other part of town. I got tickets for 2 to either show. But you can only take one show. You can only choose one show. And Taz and Tony, regardless of who y'all got in this battle, which show you going to?
I'm going to Mary just for the music of it. Like I know she gonna give me the music that I personally want to hear. Now that's not to say that Beyonce won't put on a better show. You understand? Like that's not to say she won't put on a better show, but I'm going to hear better music at Mary's. Yeah, I'm going to Mary.
Where you going?
Beyonce all day. It's the female Michael Jackson. Who doesn't want to see anything close to Michael Jackson? She's the female Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jackson's sister Janet. You know what I'm saying?
Jackson lost his
no,
verses.
I'm talking about worldwide. First of all, for you to keep referencing that, all the glitches in that
you done said Michael Jackson about 7 times this whole time. You brought up Michael Jackson.
Exactly because that's exactly who she is. But what I'm saying is, I'm just saying,
being that you referencing, I'm saying
you to bring the verses up. The glitches in that verses, I mean, you can have it with the glitches. That's all good. You know what I'm saying? It'll come back around.
What was the glitches? What glitches happened?
Man, you already know what it was. You got to.
But I'll be honest. I don't. But now I will say I don't. I'm not taking after this last one. I ain't taking score no more anyway. Like I'm just. You bring up Mike a lot, so I just only reason I reference that is because you keep.
Oh no, I bring up Mike because he's the king of music. You know why I bring up Mike?
You did what?
You don't have to.
You brought up Mike.
You don't have to. Of course I did, because that was a comparison. Who do you have to compare Mary to? That's great.
Mary is that's a male
R&B great.
Hey, now let me tell you this. That's the big. I'm glad you said that. There is nobody that compares to Mary. There's people that do things to compare themselves to Mary, but Mary don't compare to nobody. She created her own lane. She is the comparison.
And Beyonce did.
She's the comparison.
And Beyonce,
she's the comparison. You just got through.
Mary J created her own lane in America.
You just got through. You just give me some international Mary. I'm telling you,
give me some international Mary.
I'm telling you, Mary is Mary. That Mary ain't the female nobody. Mary is Mary. There was nobody.
You can look at that comparison as if that's a diss. I think that's a great comparison. That's just like if somebody compared you to DJ Jazzy Jeff. You would honor that. You would take that and be like, man, thank you. For real.
Hey, but you know what? Hey, you know what I would. But what I would respect more.
Mary can't be compared to anybody else.
What I would respect more is when people start comparing other people to me. Like, it's one thing for me, you to say I'm like somebody, but it's another one to say that person is like me. That means that I'm the standard. You're comparing her to the standard. Mary is the standard.
Well, at the end of the day, for both of y'all,
I'm not saying that she came out.
So both of y'all, the
female,
and Legacy and Center gonna decide which of these queens is gonna be crowned on Thursday night. So I'm just ready to see y'all if y'all ready to put y'all.
I mean, that's cool. Listen. Like, it's left up to the people. You know what I'm saying? If we go based on what the people say, all right, fine. Like, that's what we've been doing anyway. You know what I'm saying? But so if they went, so if the people, you know what I'm saying, say so, that's cool. But that still don't take away from impact. We're talking about worldwide impact. Mary J don't have one album that she sing in another language. You know why? Because Mary J is somewhat limited. She has to have a New York sound. She has to have the greatest producers to help her and to mask everything else that she can't do on her own. Now, that's not her fault that she ain't that great as a singer. You know what I'm saying? But I think a lot of people like Mary J, like we said, as far as all the hurt music, and you got some party joints here and there, but for the most part, they look at Mary J and they go gravitate to Mary J the same way they gravitate to Fantasia when she kick her shoes off and start singing like she in church. Beyonce ain't got to do that. Beyonce go give you the Super Bowl by herself, okay? She gonna give you a female band, you know what I'm saying, where each musician is super duper dope, just like the male counterparts, and she just go come with it. Like, her cachet and her swag is just greater than Mary. Mary need all the help she can get. She you know, it's like she on government assistance. She can't do it by herself.
I'm gonna say this. Okay, I'm gonna say this as far as that's concerned. But Tony, please don't sleep on the fact that anything that Beyonce does, from the production to the musicians, are top of the line. Everything is top of the line, meaning that she spends a lot of money on her production. Just like
I'm
Mary.
just letting him talk. He talking crazy. I hear what
Just
you know what I'm saying. I'm just letting him talk.
Mary,
Talking
like
crazy. He talking crazy like she is the creator of who she is. Like she don't have all this around her to make her who she is. You know what I mean? And like you go to the
So who was Puffy then?
No, you
Well,
go
who
to
was
the international
Puffy?
thing.
Who was Andre Harrell?
Hey,
Who
but I
was
didn't
Dr.
say that.
Dre?
That's what you said. I didn't say that. I didn't.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm going off of what you said. So going off of that, you're making it like Beyonce doesn't have that. You're making it like she don't have a team. Like you, like I don't get it. Or in the international thing, you say that a lot with a lot of artists. That's something I just don't care about. Like that's cool. I ain't mad at the international thing, but that a lot of the international, put it like this: Macklemore won an award over Kendrick Lamar. You understand what I'm saying? Just because you got that international thing means nothing dealing with good music. Jay Dilla is my favorite producer in the world. There is not too many people internationally that will be able to know that man outside, or if you were to compare him to a Dr. Dre, you could say, well, Dr. Dre is international. Dr. Dre known all over the world. That does not concern me. I mean, that's a good flex. I'm not saying it's not a good flex, but I don't care.
You can't downplay greatness, though.
Maybe the people watching
you downplaying greatness.
I just don't care.
Gentlemen, I have to run. You guys have been amazing.
Salute, much love to you.
Yes, Luna is exiting the building. Ladies and gentlemen listening, y'all make sure y'all check us out on Thursday. The show starts at 9 p.m. Doors open up at what time, Tony?
9 o'clock.
Doors open up at 9 o'clock.
9 p.m. 9 p.m.
I'll definitely make sure that we do our thing and show up in big time. Gentlemen, good evening to you guys. I'll talk to y'all soon.
Much love.
Take care. All right, fellas. Now
you can't downplay. You can't downplay the fact that, first of all, every artist that is an artist does what they do with hopes to get mass appeal. If you name any artist that got a recording contract, and if that artist says, I only want to sell records and go platinum on the East Coast, and I don't care about selling around the world, that's a lie, because the more you sell, the more money you get. But what happens is, to get that mass appeal, that is a totality of people that agree that this mug is great. This person is great at what they do. You know what I'm saying? And
that's
so
a machine. That also can be the machine.
Who?
That 100% also can be the machine. You're basing international standards on music. That's why I continually say none of that matters at Legacy Event Center. Like you can't play this song and maybe get a better response, and you be like, well, that song that I played is known all over the world. That just means nothing to me. I'm sorry. Like, you can use that as your flex every time.
I get it.
Every time you get somebody, you can use that. I'm not telling you not to. I'm just telling you I'm not affected.
Oh yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
I don't want to affect you right here.
I'm never affected by it. Because you do it you do that flex every show.
We got 20 rounds.
Like, each show, I'm like, I don't care.
Where's the lie? Where's the lie?
My thing is, I stay in Gastonia. So whatever they listening to in Indonesia, I don't care about. You understand what I'm saying? That just doesn't. That's a flex that doesn't affect you. That's all. That's all. But I'm
not saying anything to affect you. I'm just speaking facts.
Them facts don't work.
Where's the lie? What I'm saying.
Those are facts that ain't gonna work Thursday. That's what I'm saying.
You can relate what I'm saying only to Legacy if you want to.
Because that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing.
I'm talking music.
This whole live that we're having, this show that we're having is about Thursday night. It ain't about the award shows. It ain't about platinum hits. It ain't about albums. It ain't. None of that is. That's not what this is about. This is about a show. This is about a show in Gastonia Thursday night. That's what this is about. It's about a show that we're having Thursday night in Gastonia.
So yeah, I mean, partly, but we're talking music.
Holy.
I mean,
that's all it's about. Them international people you talking about don't know what ain't gonna be at Versus, and they're not gonna see that Versus. So that right there, that's why I say it doesn't bother me, because this ain't the AMAs or the BMAs or the BT Awards. This is a show and gas.
Of course it's not.
It's show and gas story. So all that this don't matter to me.
But
I'm gonna play what's the 411, and
that's how you taking it though. I'm talking about the music. I'm talking about the fact that Beyonce music is done well beyond North America, and so you can't just relate and say that it's the machine only. Don't diminish her talent. You know what I'm saying? Because now you sound like you're contradicting yourself from what you said earlier. You cannot diminish her greatness.
That's all.
You know good well. Right now, Beyonce is the #1 female recording artist in the world. You know that. You know her body of work proves that. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm getting at is this is beyond legacy.
That's what the issue lies, because this is
beyond legacy.
I can put 10 female albums, and not even saying Mary. I can put 10 female albums in front of a Beyonce album. You understand what I'm saying? Well, I'm just
that's your personal life.
Body of music. Talking about body of music, good music. I can put 10 quickly in front of a Beyonce album. But then if you want to fall back to, well, that might be a better album, but people all over the world listen to Beyonce. I mean, okay, that's what I'm saying.
Who are you putting ahead of Beyonce? Who are you putting? Since you said you're not using Mary, well, who are you talking about?
I put any Jill or Erykah Badu album in front of Beyonce. Since we saying Mary, Mary, I would put What's the 411 in front of any album that Beyonce has ever made in her life. Just What's the 411.
You don't.
I won't even go to another Mary album. I'm gonna just say What's the 411 better than any album Beyonce has ever produced in her. And you can add who was she with? What was her Destiny's Child? You can add Destiny's Child. There is nobody at work that she's ever done better than What's the 411. But Beyonce is internationally known. So if that's what you want to go to, fine. That's what I'm telling you. That's cool.
Hey,
but
listen,
don't change the music.
What's the 411 was a great album. I never said that. You said that you could put other ladies. So I was was Jill and Erykah?
Yes, 100%.
Come on,
100%.
Man,
100%.
Really?
But the thing is, they're not internationally known. They don't have the machine of they're gonna push you all over these other countries. She has that. That's cool. But that does not have anything to do. Like, I'm not listening to Beyonce if I'm a girl, because I don't. But I'm not listening to her because everybody else listen to her. Like Taylor Swift. Let's say Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift has this big following or whatever. But because of that, that means her music is so great that I got to put her in my playlist. That's not what that means to me. Just mean, like I said, Macklemore won an award over Kendrick Lamar. So that means Macklemore is a better artist than Kendrick Lamar.
Who was
won an award, and because he's nationally known, that just don't go together. That just doesn't go together. But I'm off for that. Let's talk about Thursday. She is more internationally known. She known. You right. She more internationally known. Now let's talk about Thursday night.
Let's get
out of the world and let's talk about where we're gonna be.
And we will. Well, I'll get to it. Just hold tight. Pump your brakes.
We got an hour. We got an hour, and I hear my grandbaby crying, so I can't do this all night. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean that's fine. I can't either. I got some things to do too.
Yeah.
I got some things to do too. But I'm gonna say this. Then we get to it. Yao Ming got more votes for All-Star than anybody else. You know why? Because he had 1 billion people practically backing him in China. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You know that's why Macklemore beat Kendrick Lamar. Because when it comes to America, you know that he had a white vote that's more.
So was Yao Ming a better center than Shaquille? Did that make him a better center than Shaquille?
So.
Okay, that's exactly what you just said. Is exactly what I'm saying. Just because you got that backing,
why I'm saying that is because what you're doing and what I heard from you as I was listening. I've been talking a lot, but I listened to what I heard you basically saying is that Beyonce is only Beyonce because of Machine pushing her. And I beg
no, that is not what I said. So let me correct. No, that's not what I said. What I said is you always bring your artists up as saying they're so internationally known. I'm telling you that we can do that. No, we can throw Beyonce away. Any artist that you have, you talk about how they're so widely known. I'm telling you, that has nothing for me to do with their music. That just means that they have a bigger machine. That means that they have more of a backing, like what you just said with Yao Ming. That does not mean he's a better singer than Shaquille. That just means he had a bigger following behind him. Beyonce, Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson is not what the way you speak on him and how the world look. I'm sorry, but take away Jackson 5 and just give me single Michael Jackson. He was not that guy to me. But that don't take away the world knows who Michael Jackson is. I'm telling you, that has nothing to do with the music. I'm telling you, we're doing something on a Thursday in Gastonia. So everything that you're talking about means nothing on Thursday night. That's what I'm saying. That's a fact. What you're saying has
the score gonna be 14-6.
Okay.
The score gonna be 14-6.
And that's
since you want to talk about Thursday night,
and that's
the score gonna be 14-6. Beyonce, the Beehive, keep that same energy. I've had this same energy since June. You know that. Yeah. You know that already.
You was a little humble in the car. You was a little humble in the car.
Know,
you disappeared off the screen and you came back tough.
Because it was dark.
Hey, y'all know.
Y'all were talking. Hey, y'all know. Listening to y'all.
Hey, y'all know what these verses reveal. These verses reveal like something about y'all. Like, okay, so y'all are both professional DJs. That's what y'all do. Like, you know what I mean? So y'all are music selectors, right? And as a music selector, it is your job to select the music that, you know, gonna move people in a certain way. So when y'all doing these verses, yeah, the crowd judges, right? And y'all may think that they're judging on a particular song in a round, but they actually judging on your selection. Your selection. Because as a DJ, you're gonna know more songs by a particular artist than the average person. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna know what that song does because you done played it somewhere and you done got reaction. But what I like about these verses is because I'm looking at y'all and I notice it. I always notice y'all two as DJs are Mary J Blige and Beyonce. Like
100%. I know that. Yeah, I'm a purist, man. I'm a purist of good music. I don't care about sales. I just don't. I care about good music. I like to be touched. You know what I mean? There's a saying, if it don't move me, I don't want it, or something like that. To that extent, like it may be a little different than what I'm saying, but if it don't move me, you know what I mean? I don't care about what the world say. The world ain't in the car. The world ain't in the car with me when I'm riding. So,
but Taz, I hate when people do this. I didn't mean to cut you off, but they still cut you off. You know what I mean? But Tony loves music too. Tony loves good music too, right? So I think the criteria of what good music is for both of y'all is just different, right? Like the criteria, because good is a relative term. What's good?
It ain't based on sales,
right? You know, well, no, I don't.
It's not based on sales.
No, but I don't think Tony. I think the sales part, when he brings that up, is just to let you know how popular the artist that he has is. Like, you know, I know.
I'm bringing that up to let it be known that you basically can tell how good it is when you have mass appeal. What was Guru talking about even in the song? Mass appeal. Man, okay, so why everybody say LeBron James the #1 player in the world?
Because he
Because his
actually
body
has
of work
skills.
proves. His body of work proves it.
MC Hammer was world renowned, but he was one of the wackest MCs that there was on the planet during the time that he was in music. Mass appeal has nothing to do with it. Like sometimes it do when they both go together, like LeBron James. Like LeBron James is he meets the hype. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, but there are some that just as good, like you said, Yao Ming. Like Yao Ming was a good player. He was a very good center. That's not taking anything away from him, but his mass appeal was bigger than his actual skills. You understand? So I'm not basing anything dealing with music with sales. That's just me. You know what I mean? I'm just different when it comes to music. Like maybe some other stuff I may be in that same lineup. But when it comes to music, I don't care if it's just me and that artist. If it's good music and it's better than that went diamond, hey, this album right here is better than that. I don't care that it went diamond. That's
well, I can say this
and that
when
boils
Google
down to perspective.
Yeah, no, after I said it, I said that's me.
What Dini was talking about.
That's me. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
right. So, but the thing about it is that, like I said, Taz, like I talked to Tony, so I know what good music is for Tony is, right? Like Tony is a singer, so melodies, notes, harmonies, chords, like different things move him, like you say, right? These things move him. Whereas somebody like me and you, bass, a kick, 808, some type of
no, I'm harmonies as well. That's why I'm such a
no.
dance fan.
No, I'm not saying you're not harmonies. I'm saying the instruments that are harmonizing that moves you are bass, drums, synthesizer, guitar, any type of instrument. Whereas Tony is more of a vocal person. Like he listens for harmonies and vocals and harmonies and background, and then inside the music, it's just a difference of styles. And I know like both of y'all, and I think like y'all Tony getting Beyonce and you getting Mary J Blige, it's like fitting, right? Like
I mean, it's who I would have chose if I would have won the coin toss. If I would have won the coin toss, I would have chose Beyonce. I would have chosen Beyonce.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's just
like I can see that.
Me. But what I hear in her music, and to again mention the fact that she has accomplished what she's accomplished, is because it is a consensus that the people agree all over. Like, dang, this is some really good. This is a great body of work. Every time she drop it, it's like, yo, this is dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm getting at. I don't listen to Beyonce in like Single Ladies or all the real popular stuff because it sold a lot for her. When I'm saying sales, I'm just saying that I take that as the consensus of people agreeing that as a recording artist, she in a league of her own.
And I'm
compared to. I mean, you can't compare.
I'm gonna tell you how I look at those type of things, and I hate to be that guy, but who was it? I root for anything black, so I don't really care that other genres, or other races, or other nationalities like that person. I assure you, at the cookout, they want to hear Mary. And when they want to hear Beyonce, they're going to want to hear Beyonce Before I Let Go. But depending on the age, they may not want to hear that at all. They want to hear Maze. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, just because the Chinese people listen to it, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? That might just be selfish, but
for me as an artist, like, I mean, I know you had MC Hammer, you had Vanilla Ice, you had
but
Millie,
that was world known. That was
right,
world renowned.
Right, you had and then you had Millie Vanilli.
That
right?
was world renowned.
Right. So, and so I don't. It ain't even about sales. I understand
That's
that.
what I've been saying the whole time.
Right. But I understand that in order for you to cross the pond, right? In order for you as an artist to cross the pond, there is a machine behind you. It ain't, because you got to realize back then when Beyonce was, at her height and Mary J was at her height, it wasn't no internet. It wasn't no internet, right? So Beyonce's international appeal sort of benefited from the internet, because now she can release music that can be released like internationally without going over the pond. Mary J. Blige didn't have that. She didn't have that luxury of the internet.
The machine.
Right.
Wait a minute. Whoa. It's not taken away from her music. That's just being honest. There's a machine that helps push certain people. But certain people that they're pushing does have music to go along with it. Some of them are just garbage, but they still going to do great because they have a machine behind them. That's why the numbers don't mean anything to me. I don't want to have conversations about numbers, or that doesn't affect me if we're talking about who are the better artists, and a person is like, well, this person is the better artist because they sold. Once I hear sold, I'm out of the conversation, because we're talking about two different things. I'm not talking about sales. I'm talking about music.
What I'm saying, Taz, is that it don't even necessarily have to be about sales, right? When you got okay, Mary J. Blige, what, late 80s, early 90s come out?
Early 90s.
No, early 90s. 1992.
Yeah, early 90s. Early 90s.
And Beyonce was what? 90?
Late 90s.
99. Okay, so let's keep it real. 92, we were still putting CDs in our car. Right? We did, and 92, I wasn't on Facebook.
I wasn't on MySpace.
I wasn't even using the internet in 92.
100%.
You understand what I'm saying? But in 98, 99, I was. Right? So if Beyonce came out around that time, she came out around the time where everyone had access to the internet now, right? So that made it a little bit easier for her to get that mass appeal. I'm not saying the machine was behind her or not. I'm just saying the fact that the internet was available now in the palm of your hands or on a laptop, it made it easier for her to get mass appeal. Whereas Mary, when she started out, her appeal was that she had a machine behind her too.
But it was more organic. But it was at the same time, it was more organic.
Right. Come to my shows, listen to my music, but I think like they both used the vehicle that was the best
available
for the time, right?
Yeah,
like because you can't deny either's talent. Right, you can't deny either's talent, and once again though, on Thursday night we're gonna see, the people in this area and surrounding areas, who they prefer, right? Like who they prefer.
All that you just said is everything that I've been saying. Like you said it slower, so maybe it sounds more educated. But you're saying everything that I just said, even to the last thing you said. It's still based on a show in Little Small Gastonia called Legacy Event Center. Like, I have no choice but to base everything we're talking about on that night, because that's what this live that we're having right now is about.
Right.
We just hadn't got to talk about it too much because we're talking about international appeal. But at the end of the day, we're talking about a show that we do once a month in Gastonia at a club called Legacy Event Center. I don't care about international stuff. I don't care about awards. I don't care about going diamond or how many times platinum. None of that means anything when you're picking 20 to play for 99% Black people at a club in Gastonia. That's all I'm saying. That's where I'm headed with it. That's why I said it's a great flex. I'm not taking away from it. Yes,
Yeah.
she is the best R&B female singer out right now. Probably the most paid, the most popular. I agree with all that. But that doesn't mean nothing when we're talking about what we get ready to do Thursday night.
It mean everything, because the people that's gonna be there listening to that music, they go think about how it made them feel the first time they heard it, and how it's gonna make them feel in that moment Thursday night. So it means everything.
But what's funny
it means everything.
The songs that will make them feel that way, I assure you, ain't the international songs that made Beyonce international. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's still gonna be songs that our aunts and cousins and stuff listen to. We listen to Mary. We relate to Mary. We like whether you want to play it or not. Before I Let Go is a black person's anthem before she even touched it. You understand? It has nothing to do with India and Australia. That's ours.
Same as with Mary J Blige using Clean Up Woman for her, remix to dun, 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 dun. Like, Mary had to have
100%. That's ours. That's not an international appeal. That's ours.
It is.
Like, that's ours. And that's what I'm saying. The stuff that Beyonce is going to move is what's going to move people in there is our music. It's not international music.
Love on Top is
international. It's not
Love on Top is international. Single Ladies is international. It's too many songs that
you wouldn't know. But like, Single Ladies is international. I ain't a Single Ladies fan. You understand?
You're not supposed to be Thursday night.
But see, and that's another thing. That's another thing. I'm also not biased. These battles don't mean enough for me to lie or not give you my honest opinion. Like,
right.
I'm not built that way. So
okay,
if the song moves me, I'm gonna be like, no, that's the one right there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
No, I'm not going in this like I'm against Beyonce. I'm going into this like Mary gonna have to give her all because it's Beyonce, but not because she's an international superstar, but because she does have a mean 20. That has nothing to do with sales. I'm not basing that off of sales. I'm basing that off of the 20, the music that she has. I know she has a strong catalog of 20 that Mary is going to have to follow behind or lead, depending on what.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's just it. When it's with music. Music is the most purest thing inside of me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't even put that on DJing. I put that on Thomas Spriggs. It was just embedded in me for music just moves me in ways to where I don't care what you say. I just don't. Like, it's a great flex.
Right.
I don't care.
Yeah, that's cool. No, I just need to make sure that for the record, you know what I'm saying, that the listening audience know that when I'm talking about Beyonce, that we talking about a real deal juggernaut, whether it's in Texas, New York, Cali, or Australia, or Bangladesh.
But in Gastonia,
the world agrees to her greatness.
But in Gastonia, she can get whooped. But in Gastonia, she can get whooped. Maybe not in Australia. Maybe not in Bangladesh. Maybe not in China. Maybe not in all these other places. But in Gastonia, she can get whooped.
I can prove that come Thursday, without having to rely on the body of work of producers who were smart enough to take songs that we already loved and then make a newer beat to fit her. I mean, I'm just playing raw Beyonce. See, that's the difference.
Oh, that's
too.
it. Now that's hip hop. Don't do that either, because I know Dr. Dre is one of your biggest
He definitely
production
is.
fans, and he owed George Clinton his whole check.
Maybe he
what I'm
paid
saying?
him.
So don't do that. That's
Maybe he paid him.
That's the art of hip hop. That's the art of
Maybe
urban
he
music.
paid
That's
them.
just what we do. That's what
Maybe
we
he
do.
paid them.
Maybe
I'm
so.
just saying.
And maybe Mary
Say
paid them.
I'm saying that to say that Beyonce's music sounds like nobody else. Mary J had to have tracks that basically could have went to a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Beyonce
That's why I love her. That's one of the one of the reasons I love her. I don't know if that was supposed to be a shot or not.
No, it ain't a shot. I'm just saying Mary J had to have the best beats for her to be who she became. It's the beats and the fact that she put her off and become transparent, and people like, it's almost like people almost probably like, oh, Mary, dang, I like Mary, man. She going through it again. Oh, but
I think you wasn't on when we was talking about that. No, I love Depressed Mary. I'm a fan. I am a fan of Depressed Mary.
She put the best work out.
Give you some great music.
She put the best work out.
Yeah, Depressed. Yeah, like I said, I don't know if that's a shot. Like I definitely.
It's not a shot.
I definitely love.
That's what it is.
It ain't, but it is. Yeah.
That's what it is. That's what it is. And Mary, I would say that Mary probably used double the rappers that Beyonce has. Like, she got the luxury of her husband.
I was gonna say she married to the GOAT.
She got the luxury of her husband, but I could think of Bun B. I could think of the Migos on the Carter's album. I could think of Slim Thug. Mary pretty much had every dope rapper at some point, whether it was on a remix.
Beyonce, she had them people too.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I feel like Mary had more.
No, it ain't. I don't think it's more. I think Beyonce's rappers were they were all right, but Mary, when she dropped the album, she got the hottest rapper at the time. Every time she dropped the album, it was the hottest rapper at the time.
Yeah, Mary, like who made your All I Need hot? Mary or Method Man?
Both of them.
Both 100%. Both of them.
Both of them.
100%. Both.
Look, y'all, you hear more Method Man, so Method Man does have the edge. You hear him more.
You hear him more.
Hey, people sing along with the like "Sweet Morning Dew." I took one look, like that's not a good one.
That's a great one. Mary J. Blige, she just supported the song. Method Man was the emphasis of the song.
But even to go even further, R&B singers wasn't having rappers until Mary hit the scene. Mary just created a lane. That's what, when we was going back talking about Beyonce as a female Michael Jackson or whatever, when I mean Mary was one of one. Mary was Rakim when he came out. There was no comparison to Rakim. He was just, who is this guy? This is something totally fresh and new. When KRS-One come out, who is this guy? There is nothing like him. When Mary come out, there is no female singer doing what this lady is doing. She created a whole nother genre of music.
Listen. I'm gonna say this, and people are gonna say you crazy for saying this, but I'm gonna say this. Mary J. Blige, and it may not be her, but her and Puffy are responsible for every R&B song out today. Because of the style.
I know where you're going, and I feel
because of the style. The style of R&B right now today is because of what Mary J and Puffy created back then.
That's a fact.
No.
Even Beyonce.
I think that falls under hip hop / R&B.
But that's what R&B is now. That's what R&B
That's
is.
what R&B
You know,
is.
you still got some women that do just
Beyonce,
straight up R&B.
Beyonce is hip hop / R&B.
Ledisi doesn't do hip hop R&B. She does R&B / neo soul.
Oh,
Hey, but Tony, hold on. Wait, let me address this. Tony, you are a DJ. I guarantee. Okay, anybody that's listening to this live right now, if you know Ledisi, make a comment of one of her songs in the comment.
Right, she's not internationally known.
You know her.
That's beside the point.
We know her.
We talking about you saying that Mary J and Puffy were responsible for the R&B sound of today, of every R&B. She's not different.
She's not really relevant in the R&B sound of
Mary. Yes, she is. Like
she's truly not, and I love her.
She got some songs that, you know, she made her mark. Okay, Layla Hathaway. Then is Layla Hathaway?
That's the same thing.
R&B.
She's still not relevant in today's R&B.
Is Layla Hathaway? Have you heard like anything or the latest from Layla Hathaway?
See, now you talking like me.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking like me now.
No, I'm not. I'm talking like me.
Are.
What
you're saying is what I was saying before. You're saying exactly what I was just saying before.
Layla Hathaway.
Because the people you're talking about has nothing to do with being internationally known. It's just good music. But the music that you're talking about
something else.
But
I'm naming artists that are more R&B than hip hop R&B. That's what I'm doing.
But ain't nobody listening to that.
Mary J when they say that she the queen, what is she the queen of? She's the queen of hip hop and R&B.
Mm-hmm.
She's not the queen of R&B. She's the queen of hip hop and R&B. And Ledisi and Layla Hathaway are not hip hop R&B artists. They're R&B artists.
You all over the place.
Tony. Hey, Tony though. Tony, Ledisi, they're not. You're right. They're not hip hop R&B artists.
Thank you.
But wait a minute though. Wait a minute. Let's keep it real though. Like you named two artists that may not have the Mary J. Puffy influence in them.
And neither one of them has to, and neither one of them, being honest, and I love them both, have touched the charts. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So their relevancy for this conversation is really far gone because they have no impact on today's R&B. They should. That's why I say I don't care nothing about international appeal, because they 100% should, but they don't. But the people that do got their blueprint from Puffy.
Okay.
They just did.
Okay.
Anybody that you named that's relevant, now start naming relevant R&B singers.
Well, no, let me ask you that. Since you were saying they weren't relevant, well, who are the female R&B artists that are relevant? Not hip hop R&B.
Beyonce. She uses that blueprint.
Wait a minute. I didn't even say female. I said R&B artist, period.
R&B.
I didn't say female. I said R&B artist, period. Like they that's out here today. They got their style. Well, Puffy and Mary J, that thing that they created where they mix hip hop and R&B together, that thing back then is what's dominating the airways right now.
Right now. That's a fact. That's a fact. Whether it's a fact that's hard to swallow or not, it's a fact. Maybe the hip hop has changed to where now they're doing it to thug.
They got more R&B. They got more R&B and hip hop than they got more hip hop and R&B.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So and that's all because of Puffy. And then you say, like, when you bring up Mary J. Blige using these old songs, right? And I tell people like this: Luther ain't sung nothing original.
Wasn't redone. That's a fact. That's a fact. Most of Whitney's hits ain't original.
Right.
Just what it is.
But the reason why we love them so much, because we can't even remember who sung the damn original.
When they got hold of it. Mary's I'm Going Down. A lot of people don't know that's Rolls Royce. She took Rolls Royce and made it her own.
Right.
That's her song now.
You know, and I think like the culture of music, and I don't care what genre in, but more so hip hop. The culture of hip hop is saying hip hop is basically a remix genre.
Yeah.
Right.
And it has been since Rappers Delight.
Since Rappers
Delight is good times. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's what it was embedded on. We embedded that music off of taking other people's music. You know what I'm saying? Like for better or for worse.
So with Puffy and Mary J, Puffy was like, yo, there's already songs out there that people already love. They already love a certain amount of songs. If we can just take a section of those songs that people already love and put a breakbeat under it and have this woman sing about her life, we can create something totally new, right? Now, you know, whereas back in the day, R&B songs, you had horns, pianos, wood chimes, and you know, and all that.
You had full orchestras in the studio.
Yeah.
In the studio.
And now the R&B songs is an 808, a synthesizer, and somebody who can sing with a little bit of effect on their voice, and you good.
Right. Yeah. You ain't even got to be able to sing a lot. Just be able to hold a note enough to where this machine gonna catch the chord, and we in the game.
Because Tony, music is about a feeling, ain't it?
I said everything about it. The lyrics, the frequencies of every instrument. That's your favorite song. Basically, is a gumbo mix of frequencies that you relate to.
Yeah, but don't separate them. Right?
It's like a gumbo mix. Yeah.
No. Don't even listen. When you say gumbo, you automatically picture different things. Right? Different things. You picture
that become one thing.
Now listen what I'm saying. When you say gumbo, you picture one thing, right? But it ain't the gumbo. It ain't, yeah, they come in and be one thing, but it's just the finished product, period.
Okay, then it's the pound cake.
It's
flour,
what it is.
Eggs, sugar.
No, it ain't none of that. No, it ain't none of that. It's just the damn cake. It ain't the flour. It ain't the eggs.
Yeah,
it's
that's what I'm saying. It's the cake.
No, it ain't. No, don't name no ingredients, Tony. Don't name no ingredients. It's just the cake. Like.
Who's on first? No, who's on second? No, what's on second?
I don't name no ingredients because let's keep it real. Let's keep it real, y'all. When you bake a cake and they say put 3 pounds of sugar, where there's brown sugar, right? There's white sugar. There's all types of different types of sugar. And if you put the different types of sugar in there, you're gonna get a different tasting pound cake, right?
Yep.
So it ain't about the sugar, it's about the cake. It's a finished product. And both of these artists that y'all got today, the finished product of all that stuff. I ain't put it this way. I might not didn't like a song by Mary J. Blige, but it was put together well. Right? I may not like a particular song by Beyonce, but it was put together well. You know what I mean? It's always they giving you top-notch everything all the way across the board. That's what I like about both of them. Like, you know, have you ever heard a Bad Mary album, Taz? Like
There's
a bad
one. There's not one.
I ain't heard of bad.
There are some that's better than others, but there's not one single.
Well, I ain't feeling that one. I think she had a song where she was on like a jazz tip or some opera type stuff. I wasn't feeling none of that. But I think that she was expanding and showing more variety. So that was smart of her to do, because I forgot about that one earlier on. But she got a dope Christmas album, in my opinion, along with, you know, her hip hop and R&B, you know. But the truth of the truth of the matter is, it's the clash of the titans.
Right.
It is really like, this is not Batman versus Robin, it's Batman versus Superman. Like it's like on that level. You know what I'm saying? And the truth of the matter is, like, Mary is a worthy opponent. That was a flex about combining her with Aretha and Shaka. That's just me being me. That's just me being me. Mary is hella a worthy opponent because I would have to say even myself, I fell in love with What's the 411. It's like that was the female R&B album that you got to understand. In our tape deck, we had Ice Cube, Public Enemy, so Slick Rick, and What's the 411? You know what I'm saying?
She made it cool to listen to a female.
No, y'all. Nah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, it ain't that she made it cool to listen to a female.
Who was you listening? What female was you listening to before that? Maybe, aside from maybe Anita Baker or something like that. But
right,
you wasn't.
Right.
Yeah, it was.
No, but what it ain't. I don't think, like, when Mary J. Blige came out, I don't think we looked at her as being a female because she came out hip hop, right? Like she came out like hip hop. So it was like Real Love, like a man can sing Real Love and it can a man can sing it too. You know what I mean? Like these songs that Mary J. Blige came out with, yeah, all you gotta do is change the he to a she or him to her, and you can sing this song, right? Like you can sing it because it's a hip hop song. I don't think like Mary J. Blige made it cool for us to listen to females. I just think it didn't really matter because it's Mary J. You know what I mean?
I think that's going to also show Thursday. I think that sing-alongs are going to be more of the whole place when it's a Mary song, as opposed to when it's a Beyonce song, it's going to be the ladies. You understand?
I say this as a man. I've only bought like really 3 female albums, right? And that and Mary J was one of them. I ain't gonna say the other 2, but I downloaded a Beyonce album.
Right.
You bought Sade?
I ain't saying who I bought.
Well, you got Sade in your archives.
I ain't saying who I bought. I'm just
we're gonna be on here about 2 hours. I'm gonna have to get out.
Hey man, because
I enjoyed it though.
But tonight you and Tony was going in tonight. Like I like
Tony. Tony was on one tonight.
I want smoke, man.
Yeah, he was on one tonight.
Beyonce said Mary J. matches got wet. She can't start a fire. Listen. For the people no, for real, man. I love the team. I love my team. And Norris, even though we understand where you at, but we know that if that were not the case, that you would be just as much on deck as Luna. But I love my team. You know what I'm saying? Even with it being just a once a month thing or 6 weeks, I got major love for my team, and I'm just so glad that we're doing something different. It doesn't make what we're doing better. It just means that we're doing something different. And I'm just thankful, so thankful that we're able to do this together, man, and we're able to present premium entertainment to the people.
Yeah, man.
And it's variety is the spice of life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like variety is the spice of life. So I think like with these verses, and I like how y'all been doing them. You may not want it to be a popularity contest, but ain't nobody gonna come see a versus with Blueface and you know you know what I mean? Like I ain't trying to down Blueface.
Blueface versus Playboy Cardi.
Right. Like who gonna come to that? Like nobody's gonna come to that. So in a sense, it is a popularity contest, right?
Hey, Taz, you pulling up tomorrow? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My bad. I'm so sorry, Denoise. My bad.
Hey, what you mean, man? This is hey, just treat this show without the cursing, like in living color. You know what I mean? Like I'm King and Irie Wayans, right? We ain't living color.
Right.
But look,
Hey,
brothers,
and you should pull up tomorrow too, Denoris. What time you think, Taz?
Probably between 2:33.
I got something for both of y'all, man. Pull up. You already know how I do, Taz. So
yeah.
All right, no doubt. I'll come through. So check this out, y'all. I'm ask y'all one last question, man. What's the score?
Hey, let me start this out. I'm not keeping score no more. I don't know what it is, but I'll no longer answer that question. I'm gonna tell you why, and then I'm gonna be through because it'll create another 30 minutes, and I gotta go. That the last one we done, this New Edition Jodeci was a tie, but it was so not a tie. Even the crowd, like it was so not a tie. So some of the crowd, like, and it's a beautiful thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Like Tony has his family there, his for real family, and they're rooting for Tony. Like I don't care if I had Beyonce and he has Blondie from Remember Rapture. You know what I'm saying? Like They gonna win with Blondie.
No, well, Joanne told me she don't mess with Beyonce because she danced too fast and all that. She said, nephew, you should have won the coin toss and picked Mary J. So I'm sorry, but I'm Team Mary J.
But no, that last one, when it was a tie, I knew right then, I was like, I would no longer take score because this was not a tie. That last one was a blow. I had people inbox me like, hey man, I was Jodeci, but hey, New Edition won that. And I'm hitting about like, I know. I'm not keeping score no more. I'm no longer keeping score. I don't know what to score.
Y'all know what y'all need? Y'all need to have some paper, right? And have like 20 lines. Round one, Mary J, and then the other time Beyonce, and 20 lines, right? And then let them fill it out. Who won this round? Who won that round? Let them fill it out. Put it in a piece of paper and put it in the bag somewhere. And that way to do it. I'm telling you, that'll make them more engaged with what's going on too, because they keep a score each round.
One other thing that did happen, he had to tell them to pick like we saw with our own eyes when he said, all right, Jodeci, people holler, and then he said New Edition, and the same people holler.
The same people.
Right.
So honestly, I feel like if we would have had more people, it could be more definitive. I think this one would be more definitive because
it's not because you know you're gonna have people who like Mary J, then you're gonna have people who like Beyonce, then you're just gonna have a whole lot of people that like both of them.
I don't know, but after that, I don't know. Whatever.
Okay, so since you ain't gonna do that, since you ain't gonna do that, y'all need to get them papers, man. Get them papers, man. Let people fill out round and round, and let them do it that way. Because listen,
let people decide.
Because people be honest when they don't know. When people don't know, they doing the choosing.
When you getting that ballot, when you getting that ballot box, and it's just you and
they can be real honest.
That might be a way, man. But
Because like to me, that way right there keeps them engaged too, right? Like it.
No. The idea is good, but I just constantly be thinking about like the overall, like what I feel like for the people and why I keep mentioning premium entertainment is because when we do these verses as DJs, we pick what we believe are the best songs from each artist that we represent. For the people to be able to sit in the audience, knowing that they are well aware of who these artists are, and they're able to hear the biggest songs of these and the best songs of these artists going back and forth, like, though it's not a mixtape where there's blends and transitions, but it's just like you getting the best music in this moment. Like, so I be looking at it on that level too, the overall. But I get it, because that's the way it started.
That's me now. I'm just happy with the overall. I just want you to have a
Yeah,
good time.
but at the same time though, y'all, it's called a DJ versus. It's a versus, right? Like it's a battle. Right? It's a battle. I understand y'all want to overall give people good experience. Yeah, let you come out quality entertainment. But at the end of the day, and y'all know that they be talking about it too at the barbershop, at work. Yeah, man, I think Biggie won that one. You know they be talking about. That's what the end result. The end result, we need a winner.
But but you know me. I've always been that way, and I've stood on that. This last one took me out of it. I'm telling you, I don't, and he may agree, may disagree. I just felt like that wasn't even close. Like, if he would have had New Edition and played, and actually it was 3 I meant to get at you. It was 3 that you played that I went and checked. I didn't see nothing that dealt with Josie, and that was Pony by Genuine and the two Missy songs. I didn't see his name nowhere. I went to the Wikipedia. I ain't seen nowhere.
You're not going to see that. What I'm saying is, they come from Beyonce, Devontae's camp, the basement.
That's now let me ask you this.
He was their A&R.
So let me ask you this. Do you remember me calling you? And I was like, hey, can I play songs that's under the umbrella? You said no.
No, you did.
But let me tell you what I did. Follow me now. I end up texting you to show you. I screenshot it to show you where Michael Bivins' name was. Like, okay, no, Michael Bivins has a part of this. Look, his name is on it. So these are free songs that I can use. And I remember I said, uh-oh, because I'm like, these are songs I can use that was from other artists. So when this was over, and if you remember when you was playing them, I kept saying, boy, you was Googling. I'm going to have to do some Googling myself. So when I got home, I did. And his name didn't appear nowhere. So that means you played songs that was under the umbrella that you told me I couldn't do.
No, I never told you that. I told you off the rip that I completely understood when you had New Edition that Boys the Men came into play. I told you that.
Okay, look.
I never denied that.
Now it's Dini here. Dini, do you remember the last live that we did? He told me I couldn't play the second Boys and Men album because Michael Bivins didn't have nothing to do with that. And me and you were saying the first album is what it was anyway. It's all about the songs on the first album. Do you remember that?
I do.
He told me I couldn't play those because he wasn't dealing with them no more. But that was still under the umbrella. He played 3 songs that Jodeci had nothing to do with, but Devontae was in the camp. Devontae was in the camp, but he didn't touch that. He didn't have nothing to do with them songs. He didn't do nothing with them songs. That was just his homeboys doing songs.
On Timbaland and Magoo, Love to Love You. You know how but listen to what I'm saying. This is what I'm talking about. The impact of it. When Timbaland and Magoo, it's a bar, and I want you to just listen to it maybe tomorrow. But there's a bar where he was talking about Genuine singing Pony. When Love to Love You came out, that was way before Genuine dropped Pony. But Pony had been out because that's what he did under that umbrella when it was Timbaland, Magoo, Missy Elliott, Devontae Swing, and freaking who was the girl group? It was a girl group. But okay, I digress. So you're right. So we won't extend this. Okay, so you're right.
It's called Sister. They was called Sister.
Brand New, and the song was still one of my favorite songs. It was Brand New. That was the
yeah. Okay, so I digress. I ain't go. You're right. You're right.
Okay.
Listen, I don't mean that sarcastically. No, you're right. You're right. You're right.
But that's cool. But I just want to throw that out there. But even not using them 3 songs, New Edition dominated that night, and I was like, "This is the easy one." So even at the end, when they was like, "Who won?" When it would be so even, me and Dot looking at each other like, "Damn, that's even." And Dot like, "Wait a minute, let me do it again." You know what I mean? And we surprised that the crowd is being even, like even with the night, with the response of when the songs was played. I mean, it's New Edition, you know what I mean? So it's like these hits, and I was like, when that night was over, I'm like, that was not an honest.
Hey,
but Chad,
I
only had 6 family,
draw.
but I only had 6 family members there. I only had 6.
I don't know how it happened, but there wasn't no
whenever you are, listen though, whenever you are choosing and you going off of crowd noise, if you ain't got no like loudness meter, it's gonna be hard for you to distinguish loud between louder and loud. Like you're not gonna be able to distinguish that. Like it's because the effect of the last applause is still gonna be in your head when the next one come up. And if it's anywhere remotely close to it, oh, it's a tie. Yeah. But if you got that meter, and you can tell the decibel, you know what you should do? When y'all announce the winner, cut your mics on and turn them towards the crowd and see what it reads on the meters.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I think Luna got it. She got it.
Yeah, she does. But yeah, either way, now win or lose, I'm over that. Because regardless, even though it was a draw, I assure you the people that had a ball. You understand? I know they did. You know what I'm saying? I know they had a ball. So it's like, okay, man, I'm gonna talk my junk when we do this right here. You know, I'm gonna talk my junk then, and you know that's just what we do. I got to keep up with Tony. I can't just let him sun me the whole time. So I gotta be able to respond. But
hey, but you know what? Them after parties though, we've been really winning with the after parties, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Nah, they've been great times, man. I've enjoyed them all. I really have. I enjoyed them all.
So you are working Thanksgiving, Denny? Thanksgiving night?
I might not.
Hey, look, I gotta work Friday morning at 3:00.
Do you?
When I get off and break my stuff down, I'm going from Legacy to work. Yeah.
But I guess we can hold off on that power thing.
No, sir. No, sir. I'm gonna be straight on the Purple Rain. Yeah, that ain't changing. Yeah, they just gonna have to get the full effects.
Woo, girl. Hey, you a bad man.
Yeah.
All right, so listen, fellas.
My time up.
Yeah. Right. We're gonna make this happen. But listen, man. Listen, Chad, Tony, tell the people where you're gonna be Thursday time and how they can get tickets or whatever.
Yeah, we'll be at Legacy Event Center, 207 South Chestnut Street, Gastonia, North Carolina. Doors open at 9:00. The DJ versus Beyonce versus Mary J Blige. $20 at the door. Tables can be purchased. You can check my page out. For those of you who are interested, give me a call, 704-449-0843. And bring your family, bring your friends, and everybody just come with that kind of energy that the expectation for a great time is just going to happen. And I'm telling you, it's going to be a beautiful night. So I'm excited.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Chaz, you got anything to say before we leave?
Everybody that's watching this, remember everything Tony said, and don't take this ass whooping personally.
That's a good one, man. That's a good one.
Yeah, I like that one. All right, fellas, man. As always, it's been a pleasure, man. And I see y'all. I might see y'all on Thursday.
We understand. That's a family night. We understand.
Understood.
No doubt. All right, love y'all. Peace.
Love you, man. Y'all be easy.
All right, Dean.
Hold on. Yo, chill. Chill right here. Let me end the show. Yeah, look at you. You about to do something crazy. All right, hold on. All right, so look, man, that was a DJ Versus that's going down on Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, man. After you eat your food, after you have your turkey and do everything, go on down to Legacy Event Center, man, and check out the DJ Versus Beyonce versus Mary J Blige. And I'm not going to hold you up any longer, man. We've been on this thing for 2 hours, so I'm going to let you go. But as I always do in departing you, remember, in order for you to receive a blessing, you must first be a blessing. And with that, peace.
And not to mention, you know, if you are, you know, a father or, you know, you have a family come home to, now you, as the man, you have the pressures of trying to find a way to survive and provide for your family.
It's like 10 of every 12 boys that were sent to me had nothing wrong with them. The problem was they had never been taught. They had never.
I've completely separated myself from qualifying, being in certain places because I'm Black. You know, a lot of people say, "Oh, now's the time for Black people." So yes, you're gonna make it because you're Black. You know, your business is gonna make it because you're Black. Because everybody's.
But as a credit repair specialist, you have to educate them. Like, okay, I know that this is what you want, but let me tell you how to get to this goal. You have to set realistic goals, realistic time frames, and say, you know, before I let you be a client, can you pay your bills on